All right, greetings. Welcome, everybody, to Friday. Laughing because that's how I usually start the Decision Hour podcast. And for a second there, that's what I thought I was on. I'm early, 2 minutes early, 2 full minutes early, and hopefully some of you will jump on here soon, and we'll get this party started. Another busy week. Hope everybody's had a wonderful week thus far. Ah, so I'm just gonna take a moment, like always, get a few of you beautiful people on here. If you do jump on, make sure you jump on and say hello. Let me know that you're out there, and that I'm not alone. Let me see here. Still early, so stay with me, folks. When you guys do jump on, you can see all this. You can ignore this part if you like. Just like I said, jumped on a little early this morning. So how's everybody doing? How's everybody's week going? Busy week. Those of you that follow me on social media, whatnot, probably saw that I was out and about. We did a trip up in New York, Rochester to be more precise, and I'll get into that here in just a minute. Um, Kenneth, morning, brother. How you doing? Appreciate you jumping on. Um, so yeah, listen, let's get started. Happy Friday, everybody. Hope everybody's had a great week. I titled this one this week, Get to Know Me. I've had a lot of people lately asking me, um, what is it that you do? Because it seems like I'm always doing something different and I don't really post a whole lot about a lot of, when I do post, it seems to be like a lot of different things. So, I'm going to take a few minutes here so everybody that's new on here that doesn't really know me uh, gets a chance to get to know me just a little bit. So I'm going to kind of give you an insight. JD, morning, brother. Good morning. Good morning. Boy, it's early down there. I got my Arizona peeps up and early. I love that. Thanks, guys. Appreciate it. Um, so a little bit about me. I was a single parent for many years. Worked corporate jobs. Got into internet radio podcasting sometime around 2011, 2012 time frame, somewhere in and around that time frame. And I've been doing it ever since. I had a company, a couple different companies, and then in 2015, I started Heroes Media Group. And initially, it was supposed to be an arm of a different organization, and we just grew and kind of outgrew everything else. So we took a different path. So Heroes Media Group started off as a podcast network. I was helping people start their own podcasts, and then we started editing people's podcasts and whatnot. So that's kind of how that part of it, Heroes Media Group, was born. And I've been doing it, like I said, I've been in podcasting, the entertainment side of things, media side of things since 2000, late 12 time frame. During the pandemic in 2020, I started a beverage company called HMG Beverage, and I had a coffee blend for a couple years prior to that, and I always ran it under the Heroes Media Group, and it was, you guys have seen it, little coffee packs. I was doing these as like giveaways, and just like when I'd go to trade shows and stuff like that, I would, um, kind of just, here you go, thanks for stopping by the table, etc. More and more people started asking for it, so I saw the need for it, and then so we took the coffee over to the beverage company and went kind of full bore with that, and we started off with one blend, the Heroes United blend, and now we have seven different blends that we offer. Not all of them are up on the website yet, but we are in the process of updating all of that stuff. So I'd started Heroes Media Group, also HMG Beverage, and with the beverage side of things, I found that I wanted to get into like different spirits and grow that. So we did. We got our own gin and our bourbon. You kind of see it over my shoulder on the top there. You can't really see it, but we have a bourbon and a gin, and it's just HMG gin, HMG bourbon, straight bourbon whiskey to be exact, and it's been fun. But learning how to get your product into the market is something else, and we've learned a lot about distribution and whatnot, and I got tired of it, so I was like, well, F it, I'm gonna go get licensed as a distributor. So we started HMG Distributing, and that's in the works. We have our federal license, we're getting our state license, and hopefully here in the next 2 to 3 weeks we'll have our state license wrapped up, and we'll be able to start distributing here before the holidays into about 42 different states. So that's kind of where all of that has happened. I'm a chronic serial entrepreneur at heart. I also just got word that our 501c3 nonprofit was approved by the IRS last week. So we're excited about that. That's going to be HMG Foundation. You'll hear more about that at the beginning of the year when that's up. But and then also I've invested in a couple other companies. One in particular that I'm going to talk about right now. That again, if you've seen me on social media this week, I was in Rochester, New York this week, touring a factory with JB Auto Clothiers. It's a clothing company. We're suiting up transitioning veterans, and there's just a lot more to that. We've worked very closely with a nonprofit called Team Auto down in Tampa, Florida, with their veterans closet, and I think we've suited up roughly somewhere in the realms of like 45 to 55 people transitioning veterans this year alone, with the help of Team Auto. Team Auto, they hire JB Auto Clothiers to come in and suit these transitioning veterans, and it's been an amazing experience in the clothing industry. Going up there and touring this factory and seeing how suits are put together and sports jackets and pants and stuff like that, it's really kind of newfound respect for the industry. And meeting the people there, the seamstresses and the people that are doing the pressing and putting these jackets together. There's like 25 people that handle a jacket before it's finished, and there's like 100 stations that it goes through before it's finished, and it's just such a amazing process. And we're blessed to have the opportunity to go up there. So I am one of the co-founders of JB Auto Clothiers. And I say that with a ton of respect, because I have a very small portion of it, because my buddy and the founder and the mastermind behind that company, James Boggs, invited me to go up and walk around and tour that, and it was a good experience. So when you guys see me doing different things, like, well, when did you get into this and when did you start doing that, and it's stuff I've been doing for a while. The media stuff, you guys have seen me on this for the last 2.5 years. I've been doing these weekly wrap-ups now for over 2 years, and I'm usually kind of quiet, behind the scenes type person usually, and I'm trying to get out there a little bit more and do more and share a little bit more, because there's a lot of things that are going on that you guys might like and maybe want to be a part of. So I want to share that with all of you. Morning, Christina. How are you? Glad you guys got the hats. Hope you guys are enjoying all of that. Anyone else? Iced coffee? Well, it's easy, JD. If you're not familiar with how to make the coffee and then put ice in it. When will HMG have an affiliate program? For what exactly, JD? Are you talking about the media, beverage, foundation, distribution? What? So there's just a little bit about me. I have my hands in a lot of different pools, yeah, if you will. And I wouldn't have it any other way. I like it's kind of, I call it organized chaos. It's chaotic. I'm always doing something. There's stuff going on. Heroes Media Group, and here's something for you guys. Heroes Media Group um, is been around. This is what I do the most during the week. Is this stuff here? We have uh, a slew of if you go to heroesmediagroup.com, you'll see the podcasts that are listed on the website. What you won't see are the podcasts that aren't, and the ones that we're working with offline. We do a lot of transcription services. We do a lot of editing, both audio, and we're getting into video now. That's just something that we recently started offering. And then the publishing side of things. We have a publishing arm. A lot of people don't know this, but we have a publishing arm. We help authors self-publish their books. And then from there, we help them with their audio, turn their book into an audio book. And we do the full production of the audiobooks as well. So we stay very busy here. It's a lot of fun. We're going to be hiring again here soon. So you keep your eye out for that, because we're definitely expanding. And I love it. And I wouldn't be here. I got to thank all of you that are out there that come onto this and watch my goofy ass every Friday and whatnot. But there's a lot. So when you see HMG, it's not, like I said, we have Heroes Media Group, we have HMG Beverage, we have HMG Foundation, and HMG Distributing. And I'm proud of that. It's no longer a brand. It's a lifestyle, and that's how I really feel about it. And HMG, why HMG? Well, Heroes Media Group was the start of it all, and when I started these other companies, I was like, oh, it's HMG, whatever. And the star that you see right there on the hat, which you can purchase these for $25 if you're interested. Just leave me a message or direct messages through here or any other platform that we have. It's trademarked. We had that trademarked, and like I said, it's not just a brand. It really is a lifestyle. It's about our community heroes, our veterans or military personnel, law enforcement, firefighters, first responders, all the medical staff, teachers that are out there, and then there's a clergy piece in there as well. So anyway, enough about me. If you got questions about me or things that anything, you can always email me, adam@heroesmediagrp.com, or send us a DM right here on our Facebook page. JD, let's see here. Yeah, we're talking about an affiliate program for the beverage stuff. But we can talk offline about that. So, and I appreciate your support, JD. JD's been around. I've known JD since 2007, 8. He worked for me at another one of my corporate jobs, and then hung around. And he's one of those guys that becomes family. So I appreciate it, JD. Thank you. The other thing I want to do is just last really quickly. I got a favor to ask everybody. Is I was talking about just now. I was talking about JB Auto Clothiers, which is one of the companies that I co-founded and own. And what I'd like for all of you to do, if you can at least go check out the website, jbautoclothiers.com. I just posted it down in the links below. Go check that out, and then follow us at JB Auto Clothiers on Facebook. We're just getting our social media stuff going, so if you could, that would be greatly appreciated. Thank you. All right, let's move on. New show announcements. I brought it up before. I'm going to bring it up again. The Hack Life, Fight in the Shade, USA. Both of those shows are coming, along with Behind the Brand, ROA, and Chasing Happiness, and All American Gunslingers. We got all of these shows are starting within in the first part of November. So stay tuned for that. We got a lot of cool shows coming on the platform. So we're excited about that. Hey, listen, I told you, I got to mention this. October, Breast Cancer Awareness Month. That's why you see the pink on. We're doing another Savage giveaway, all right? Had a couple winners of the Simper Savage salad dressing and marinades that they have. Boom, boom. We did this, and we did 2 of the Heroes United packs. I only got 1 up here, so whatnot. But we're gonna do another Savage giveaway. What do you guys got to do for it? I don't know. I'm gonna announce it at the end of the show, and some of you may get a surprise in your. The winner may get a surprise in their box. I did a surprise for the winners last week, and those of you winners that are out there, if you're watching, send me a picture with your surprise and stuff. Let me know you got it. So, Savage giveaway. You're gonna have to stay or check back at the end of the show to figure out how you can get put in for that. All right, listen. Calling all community heroes. One more mission. One more mission is a nonpartisan, non-party affiliated opportunity for patriots of all stripes to get involved with your local elections. One More Mission is an organization that is looking for military veterans and first responders to go work at the electoral polls this season. All right. You can find out more information and get registered at onemoremission.com. This is really important. So if you get a chance, please go check out. Go check this out. I'm going to post this down here as well. So go check out if one more get involved. Let me see here. All right, let's get into the shows. Let's get into the shows. Some really cool shows this week. Who's starting us off this week? Label Free Podcast. And you know what? I sat here and practiced the guest name, and I've already forgot it. Dr. Aaron Huvia. Oh, I said it. Is the guest this week. He came on to talk about the psychology behind the things that we buy. We're getting into shopping season, right? Those of you that shop, I try not to. I don't really. But Dr. Aaron is an expert in this. He's a professor of marketing and research psychologist who has been ranked 22nd in the entire world for research impact in consumer behavior and is ranked in the top 2% of all scientists in the world across all disciplines by the Stanford University study. He is the world's leading expert on brand love. What does that mean? It's how love works when we love a brand product or anything else that isn't a person. He's got a new book called The Things We Love, How Our Passions Connect Us and Make Us Who We Are. This is a really cool episode, and the psychology behind it. If you're in business, in marketing, you definitely want to take a listen to this episode. It was really cool. So that was this week's Label Free Podcast. Check it out. Let's see here. Next up, we have Environmentally Speaking. This week is legal intervention. Last week, the gals talked about like offshore wind and how some of the towns in and around these areas where these wind farms are going up offshore in federal waters are filing a motion to intervene to kind of stop from that happening. So in this week's episode, they're going to give you more of a foundation on what intervening generally looks like and what it actually means. So those of you that follow like environmental issues and whatnot, you probably hear or have heard that there's a lot more. The federal government is looking at building these wind farms, and we're talking like up north, northeast part of the United States, from Massachusetts all the way down to the Carolinas, and they're building them out in federal waters. And if you think about it, it's smart because the states can't get involved once they're off. I think it's 3 miles, 5 miles. Don't quote me on that, but it's like 3 to 5 miles off this state waters into federal waters, so they can control that. The problem is, where does that energy go? They got to run it through the state waters onto the state land, and the state's got to house some things where they can house all that energy and whatnot that's being produced. Very interesting topic, how you can get involved. If you live anywhere up and down the East Coast where these wind farms are about to be put, you definitely want to pay attention to this. So take a listen to it. That's this week's Environmentally Speaking. Excuse me. Next up, we got the Arms Room Show every Monday, 2 p.m. Mountain Standard Time. This week, they're discussing how to select optics for both shooting and observation. All you shooters out there, if you're looking for optics, this is definitely one that you want to listen to. I freaking love this. This was a really cool episode. And now I just got to... Well, Christmas is around the corner. I think I know what I'm going to be asking for Christmas now. So check it out. It's this week's The Arms Room Show. Next up, we got Rise Up Life on Fire from the organization Battle 2B. I'm going to put a YouTube channel in here because Krista, who is the founder and organizer of Battle 2B, she introduces the organization. She got interviewed and talks about the organization and the Jeep and a lot of the cool stuff that they're doing over there. So check that out. Rise Up Life on Fire from our friends over at Battle 2B. Next up, we have the Decision Hour with yours truly. I'm so far behind. It's crazy with this. But this week, I finally got an episode in. And I do have other episodes that are coming out from now until Christmas, so stay tuned because we got a lot of them coming. But this week I get to sit down with the three amigos, and I'm talking about Mike, Mellon, and Raph from Pushing Back Chaos, which is also on Heroes Media Group Network. Longtime friends, the four of us open up. We peel back layers on why we've pursued podcasting and name some of the main life events that have guided them to find purpose in helping others while helping themselves throughout everyday challenging times. From struggles with manhood to combat, healthy communications, and to relationships, they leave no stone unturned. This really is an episode you don't want to miss. You get to really hear more about these guys from Pushing Back Chaos. And they've been friends of mine for several years now on working with them. They're not just working with them, but literally, and it's fun. This is one of those shows where it's like the first, 10, 15 minutes is just ball busting. I'll put it that way. I mean, I think this one here, Mike had a severe case of poison ivy, and it was fun. Great show. Always fun talking with Mellon and Raph and Mike. So Pushing Back Chaos. And if you've never listened to their show, make sure you check it out as well. So that's this week's The Decision Hour. Next up, we got Time to Shine Today with our buddy Scott Ferguson. Scott's putting out a bunch of content again this week, so go check out Time to Shine Today. But this one caught my eye. Stop worrying, start crushing your mental blocks. Over 10 years, this week's guest, Anna, for 10 years has used her neuroleadership coaching process to show high-achieving professionals, athletes, and organizations how to use the power of the mind to upgrade their response to stress and master every area of their life. People can relate to her due to her infectious energy and common sense approach. Another great episode. Check it out. It's Time to Shine Today. All right, here we go. Next up, we got Because Bikers Matter podcast with the man Dave. David this week sits down with Lori Montoya, who is the founder of Biker Down Las Vegas, on why she started that awesome Biker Down. Why she started that organization. And if you go at Biker Down Las Vegas, you can follow them as well. But another cool episode. And if you ride motorcycles or whatnot, you definitely want to be following this show. David puts on an awesome show. Because Bikers Matter podcast. Check it out. What do we got next? Next up we have Pushing Back Chaos. Kind of just went over. So it's funny. Their show this week is actually from the Decision Hour. Had those, like I said, just talked about the Decision Hour show. We're talking with the guys from Pushing Back Chaos. They were guests on, so check it out. You could listen to that episode on either one. So, and if you're not following them, make sure you do. Next up, we have the Power of Investing in People podcast with our gal Shay Sparks. This week, does your food heal or hinder? With our friend Maureen Diaz. If that name sounds familiar, it should, because Maureen is part of God's Good Table, which is another podcast on Heroes Media Group. And Maureen's been traveling, doing a lot of shows and stuff lately, so this was really cool. So this week's Power of Investing in People podcast, Shay talks with Maureen, and after watching families struggle with health issues and dealing with her own, Maureen Diaz knew where answers beyond advice conventional medicine gave. She set out on a journey to learn and study traditional healing and cooking from every book she can get her hands on and every holistic practitioner she could find. She's been sharing what she has learned with her family, friends, and community for over 30 years. Maureen has a passion for teaching, cooking, kayaking, showing immense love to all people, and I can definitely vouch for that. She's a very lovable and shows love to everyone that she meets, and she's amazing. She's an amazing wife and a mother to 9 children. Great lady. Great show. That's this week's The Power of Investing in People podcast. Next up, this one blew my mind. Oscar Mike Radio with our band Travis. Every Thursday night, Oscar Mike Radio does a live. Last night's episode, legend. Jesse James Dupree. Everyone can make an impact. Who is Jesse James Dupree? Anybody know? If you don't know, those of you rockers out there might have heard of a band called Jackal. Oh yeah, that's what I'm talking about. Jesse James Dupree came on the show last night. It was a great interview. They're talking about what Jesse does for our nation's heroes and how everyone can make an impact. So this was a really cool episode. Go to Oscar Mike Radio Facebook page, and you can watch the interview right there. So check it out. Next up, Ibaldi reports. Just facts, no fiction. These guys get into it, man. I'm telling you, this week was freaking amazing. They hit both sides of the aisles. I freaking love it. So check it out, the Ibaldi reports. No, JD. Next up, we have License for Love. This week's title, Take My Arm, Please. This week's guest, Jonathan, he's a father, a widower, and a daily living example of taking what you have and making the most of it. He truly believes that having one arm is his advantage, mentally and physically. The question remains is, has he always thought this way? This U.S. veteran goes above and beyond, literally. His life includes skydiving and competitive archery. And what he's about to do, what is he about to do in New York City? Well, if you want to find out, take a listen. Great episode, inspirational one. That's this week's License for Love. Steve, what's up, buddy? you guys. Next up, we got your 6 at 6 every Sunday night at 6 p.m. Central Standard Time with our friends over at the People's Patriot Project. Love what these guys are all about. Check it out. They do every Sunday night, round table, 6 p.m. They do it live on their Facebook page, the People's Patriot Project. There, we got your 6 at 6. Check it out. Stay with me. We got some more shows here. Next up, we have the MSEC podcast from our friends over at Military Child Education Coalition. This week, they continue their series on mental health with the focus on the teen voice. Military teen Katie Faye shares her story of losing a friend to suicide. Katie shares how she learned not only to survive, but how to grow from the experience. Um, Listen, if you got kids in school, and you're currently active duty, guard, reserve, you're a veteran, you got kids that are in school, listen to the MSEC podcast, especially when they have the kids on and they bring on these teenagers and young kids, military kids, and a lot of the times we forget about the families and what the kids actually go through and what they experience growing up, being in the military and whatnot. So check that out. Great episode, MSEC podcast from our friends over at Military Child Education Coalition. Check it out. Next up, we have WELL, which stands for Women's Expressions on Leadership, Learning, and Liberty, with our friend and co-host John Krotek. This week he has Heidi Hansing. She comes from a long family of tradition, patriotic values, and military service. She enlisted in the United States Army at the age of 17 as a freshman in college, and served simultaneously in the reserves and ROTC until she graduated and commissioned. Since her separation from military service, she's been a small business owner and investor. She's also served as a humanitarian aid director in Mexico, down at the Yucatan Peninsula area. She's now retired. She does these cross-country adventures on her motorcycle. She's a freelance book narrator, and she remains active in the veterans advocacy and volunteering, serving those who have served us. She is, above and beyond, a proud Blue Star mom. I've had the privilege of meeting Heidi at an event probably 3 years ago. Full of energy, badass lady, really cool to talk to, and she's just all around good human. So it was a great episode. Check it out. That's this week's WELL. Let me see here. What else we got here? The S3 with JD, after losing the very first Frozen Blackjack contest. And if you didn't see that, go back on the S3 with JD. Last week, him and Lady M did a blackjack contest. So this week, Lady M's looking to bounce back this week in a mighty battle of egg Russian roulette. I can't even fathom what that is. I'm assuming that's today, JD, at 9 a.m. Pacific Standard Time on their Facebook page, the S3 with JD. JD is also this week, he's back in the pack after they were dismantled last week against the Jets. Had to throw that in there, didn't you? Check out this week's Pick 6 Locks of the Week. And does Cliff Kingsbury what does he need to do to keep his job in Arizona at the end of this season? Plus, remember the Titans is the football movie of the weekend. And what's your favorite scene from that movie? That's a good movie. What's your favorite scene from Remember the Titans? All this including headlines with jokes on this week's episode of the S3 with JD. JD says Sunday morning is their egg Russian roulette thing. Outstanding. Listen, we got some honorable mentions. I mentioned God's Good Table. Great show. And follow them. Carry On Podcast, the Live Free Series podcast, and also Wake Up with Patty Catter. Check it out. Also, shout out to our sponsors, My Tax Fella, my man Anthony and his crew over at My Tax Fella. Listen, tax season's right around the corner. We're at the end of the year. Let's be honest. If you getting your taxes and stuff ready, give them a call. They'll handle it for you. I absolutely love these guys and what they do. They handle all my businesses and personal taxes and stuff. So check it out, My Tax Fella. Go to mytaxfella.com. Simper Savage, best salad dressings and marinades on the planet. Make sure you check them out. HMG Beverage, our sister company, and JB Auto Clothiers. Please go check them out. Follow them on social media. JB Auto Clothiers. It's going to be a very big company very, very quickly. All right, giveaway. What are we going to do for this giveaway? Here's what I want you to do. If you want, we're doing another Savage giveaway. We're going to do 2 salad dressing and marinades from Simper Savage. I'm going to do 2 sample packs from HMG Beverage. So you can check these out. I only have one up here, but you will get two in your box. So you need to go to Instagram and follow us if you're not on HMG Beverage. And you have to follow us at Heroes Media GRP and send us a direct message. Direct message us. It's the only way it's going to work. It's got to be on IG this week. DM us on either at HMG Beverage or at Heroes Media GRP on Instagram. And that'll put you in for a chance to win this week's Savage giveaway. So go check it out. Listen, if there's something you guys want me to discuss, talk about on these weekly wrap-ups, send us a DM here. Leave us a comment below. Let me know that you guys are out there. Share this stuff, please. We want to get this stuff out to the world and let everybody know what we're doing over here at Heroes Media Group. We are going to be hiring here at the beginning of the year. We're going to be looking for some marketing people as well as content writers. So please let me know if you're interested in that. JD keeps Patriot Challenge. Are we? What about it? Are we doing it this year? Is that what you're asking? Not really sure. Honestly, JD, I haven't thought about it. I have to think about it. I'll give you an answer next week. That's all the time that I have today, folks. Again, share this. Let us know what you think. And if you're a podcaster out there and you want more exposure, you want to join our family, by all means, send us a message. You can email us at info@heroesmediagroup.com. That's it. Have a great weekend, everybody. God bless you. God bless America. I'll see you guys next week. Take care.